So last we left off with our front and our back elevations. We had taped it to a different sheet. I'm just going to go ahead and, well, you can untape it. We're not going to need it taped up there anymore. But I'm just going to fold it over, and you know how we use this to bring over our lines. We're not going to actually bring over our lines this time. We're just going to freehand the elevations for the side. So we need this for reference for our measurements, but I have a new sheet of paper here, and we're going to go ahead and do our side elevations. So we obviously need to start with a ground line, just like we did our top. We have that ground line that it sits on, and the sides are going to look exactly the same. The only difference that we're going to see versus the front and the back is that the width, we use this width, which was 20. Our width now is going to be 15 because our distance from this point to this point was 15. Okay, so keep that off to the side, and we're going to start with a ground line. I'm going to start mine on this page, probably like right here, I guess using our 1/4 inch scale. It's going to be about 4 feet from the edge of the paper. I'm not going to start my ground line like literally right here. I'm going to actually move it a little bit over, maybe about 4 feet as well. I'm just going to start a ground line. So this is where my drawing is going to sit on. And from the past, we're going to go ahead and look at this side. We're going to start with this, which is we have our left and we have our right. So it's going to be our right elevation. So let's go ahead and look at it kind of like this, like we're standing in front of it and we're looking this way. So what we're going to see is we're just going to see this wall, which is a distance of 15 feet. Let me go ahead and double check that. From the outside corner to this outside corner, we have 15 feet. 14, 15, 16, 15. Okay, so our distance on this drawing will be 15 feet on our 1/4 inch scale, sorry. So we're going to do 0, 14, 15. There to there. Something similar to our drawing as well is that the height will still continue to be 8 feet. So our height for this one will be 8 feet on our 1/4 inch scale. It's going to be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so let's get our right triangle. Line it up and go all the way to your 8-foot point. And was a little over. And we can do it over here as well on our 1/4 inch scale. 0 to 8. Line it up at the bottom. I think I went a little too much. Okay. And now we could connect it at the top. Okay. So now referring back to our floor plan, again, we're looking at it like this. We do have one window in the very middle. So let's measure how far away it is from the outside corner to the start of it. So we have 0, 2, 4, it's not quite 6, So 0, 4, 5, 5.5 feet. So we're gonna go, let's look at it like this. Remember, we're looking at it like that. So this is our left now, and this is our right. So we're gonna come over here. We're still looking at it. This is our left, and that's our right. So it's 5.5 feet over from our right. 4, 5.5. So that's where it's going to start. And then our window is 4 feet long. So our window is going to go from 0 to 4. Okay, like we said, window heights are always a little bit different, but we're going to keep it consistent with our front elevation. So 1/4 inch scale, I believe it was 1.5, 0, 1.5, and then from the ground, and they're 0 to 5 feet. 0 to 5 feet tall, yeah. So from this point, we're going to go from 0, 1.5. That's where the bottom's going to start, and then it's going to go 0 up to 5. Okay? Oh, I don't even know if I saw that. Sorry, I wasn't in the camera. 0, 1.5. Mark it. And now move your thing up 0 to 4, 5. So from here to here will be our window. Remember, we're going off of these. Like, your window shouldn't be any wider than that. I'm going to stop it in this general location. I'm not going to use my ruler because we already have a lot of the dimensions down. I'm not going to go any wider than that. I'm going to go up. Stop at that general area. And connect it. And there we have our elevation. So you could kind of see if we were to have done that method, like bring down the lines, it still would have ended up being the same. We just didn't use that method. And now right above this right elevation, we're going to start on our left side. So again, our left side is, you're looking straight over there. And we can notice it's the same distance from this side to this side, which is 15 feet, like the other, but there's no windows. So this is going to be a really easy one. I'm just going to make a ground line slightly above this one. Align my and I'm about 4 feet on my 1/4 inch scale above it. And what's easy about this is now we already know the distance of 15 feet, so I don't have to remeasure. I'm just gonna bring up those lines. But I do need to bring them up 8 feet. So I don't know what I brought them up, but I did a really light line on my 1/4 inch scale. 8, and we're gonna go backwards to the 0. And that's where our line should end. So now I could do a darker line. And I want to bring that line all the way over. It can go over 15 feet, or you could do a light line and just stop in the general area. I mean, we're pretty close. And just connect your lines, but still make sure to line up your triangle. Still make sure to line up your triangle to the bottom of the paper. And that is our left elevation. So let's go ahead and label them. Architectural lettering. Okay, and if your writing is like slanted or whatever, make sure that you use like a little line. And you could put a little line for you so you can stay on your line. Okay, let's make it look really nice. Okay, if you don't need the line, great, but let's make sure our writing looks really good, okay? So now we finally have all our elevations for our floor plan that we drew. Okay, next, well, that's going to be it for this video, but then we will talk about sections shortly after. And just so y'all know, the elevations that we're drawing are very, very basic. Of course, there's going to be details in the windows, there's going to be dimensioning and everything, but we're just trying to learn the concept of elevations right now and how they would get drawn.